welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland. It's Fiona here, and in this quick video I'm going to show you how to make a breakfast pizza. Yes, pizza for breakfast. It's not real pizza, obviously. I think my days of eating pizza for breakfast are long gone. I used to do it quite a lot as a student, but that was 20 something years ago. So yes, it's not real pizza, but it tastes like the real thing, and that's what matters. This recipe is just quick, it's cheap, it's tasty looking, it's easily adapted to any eating plan, and it's so easy that even I can make it. Or at least it looks so easy that even I can make it. I've not tried it yet. You know what I'm like, I like to experiment with you guys. I saw this recipe a few weeks ago on Pinterest, and it's not exactly the same recipe that I'm using, but it gave me the idea and I have tweaked it a bit to suit myself. So I'm now going to show you how to make it, and then I'll come back and let you know what I thought of it. See you in a wee while. Right, so to make your breakfast pizza, you're going to need 2 eggs. Whatever seasoning you like to put in it. I've got some pink Himalayan salt, and I like to use Italian seasoning when I'm making something pizza-y, just to give it that pizza flavour. You're going to need some kind of tomato sauce. Now, you might want to use passata or tomato puree, especially if you're doing calorie counting or slimming world. However, because I'm keto, I tend to use the no added sugar and salt tomato ketchup, because tomato puree and passata are very carby because it's tomatoes basically. So I tend not to have them in the house. I use this instead, which for a 15 gram serving is 0.8 grams of carbs, and just for anyone who is doing calorie counting, it would be 6.6 calories. So I tend to use that on my pizza, anything pizza that I make. You're going to need your toppings. Now this time I'm going to have mushrooms, I'm going to have bacon. This is streaky bacon because I'm keto, but you could use any bacon you want. Obviously if you're on Slimming World you would want the leanest bacon possible. And I'm going to have some pepperoni, which I'm not sure what the calories are, or sins. But basically any topping you want, onions, chicken, anything you can think of that you would normally have on a pizza. You're going to need your cheese. I'm using grated mozzarella cheese just now. Again, use whatever cheese you like. If you're on Slimming World, to make it sin-free, you would use your Healthy Extra A cheese. If you're calorie counting, just basically use however much cheese and whatever kind of cheese suits you. And you're going to need a frying pan and something to fry it in. I'm going to use the delicious Kerrygold butter. However, if you're doing calorie counting or Slimming World, you might want to use the fry light. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is cook any toppings that need cooked, because really at the end you're putting it under the grill just to melt the cheese and heat things up rather than actually cook them. So in this case I'm going to cook the mushrooms and the bacon. I don't need to cook the pepperoni. So I'm going to get on with that now. So while my toppings are frying off there, I'm just going to prepare my pizza base, which is basically just eggs. Yes, it is just a dressed up omelette, but saying a breakfast pizza makes it sound so much tastier. Right, so I've got my 2 eggs here, and I've just added the pink Himalayan salt and the seasoning. Like I say, just add seasoning to your own taste, whatever you prefer. That's just the Italian seasoning that I've got there, and I'm going to give that a good whisk round. No, Willa. Sorry. The puppies think it's for them. There we go. That's nicely combined. And the toppings are doing nice. Right, so I've taken the toppings out and put them to one side. I've just added a little bit extra butter to make sure there's plenty oil in the pan, and I'm going to add my eggs. There we go, and I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes to let the bottom of it cook, and I'll come back to you. Right, that's literally been a couple of minutes. Because it's only 2 eggs, it doesn't take long to cook at all. I know it's not completely cooked on top, but it will be going under the grill, so any of the egg that isn't cooked will get cooked under the grill. If you want to, you can flip it over and put your toppings on the other side, but I'm a bit of a disaster in the kitchen, and if I tried to do that it would turn into scrambled egg. So I'm going to say that this is cooked enough for me just now, and I'm going to start adding my toppings. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my tomato sauce, and you could, like I said, you could use passata or tomato puree or even actual jarred pizza sauce if you like. Whatever suits you, you would add at this point. Just to let you know, I have turned the heat off as well so that it doesn't keep cooking on the bottom and end up burning. So if I was doing strict keto, I would weigh this, but I'm not, so I won't. So I've added some sauce. I'm just going to take the back of a spoon and give that a little spread around. Now I'm going to pop on my toppings. So my cooked toppings that I made earlier on, True Blue Peter style, ones that I made earlier. Obviously you can use as many or as few toppings as you want. Spread them out a wee bit. And I'll pop on my pepperoni now. You know me, I never win any prizes for presentation. And then it's time for the cheese. Again, however, the amount of cheese that you want is completely up to you. I'm keto, so I like cheese. But if you're on Slimming World, you could just use your Healthy Extra A, so you don't need to use any sins. Or you could use extra and sin it, it's up to yourself. That just looks jolly dandy to me. Right, so I have just popped my grill on before I put the cheese on. So I'm going to pop this still in the frying pan under the grill until the cheese is nice and melted. And I'll come back to you once that's done. Here we go, so that was just under the grill for a few minutes. I just kept an eye on it until the cheese had all melted. Now, how much does that look like a pizza? I think that's amazing. Did I tell you this is the first time I've made it? You know what I'm like, I like to experiment for you. So it looks delicious like that. The thing is, will I manage to get it from the frying pan onto my plate without breaking it? That is the question. Let's have a go. Now I'm going to put the camera down for this because there's no way I can do it one-handed. Yes, look at that. That's a sign of a good frying pan. It didn't stick at all. Now I'm just going to top it with some more salt and another few flakes of Italian seasoning. Obviously, if you're a good cook and you like cooking and you've got fresh herbs in your kitchen, then you could top it with some basil or whatever else. I'm not a herby person, I don't know what you would put on it. But I'm going to be quite happy with my salt and some more dried Italian herbs. And I'm going to get stuck into this. How good does it look? I will let you know once I'm finished it what I thought. Wow, 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 wow! That was amazing. That was so nice. I have to say that's definitely going to become one of my staples in the, I was going to say in the morning, but I pretty much eat sort of lunchtime-ish. But it actually tasted like a pizza. It didn't taste too eggy. I think because I only used 2 eggs and it was really quite a thin base. It was quite crispy and it didn't taste eggy. And I know it's just a dressed up omelette, but it tastes like pizza. It really does. And it's so versatile. I'm going to try chicken on it next time. I might make a garlic one, like a garlic pizza bread type. Yeah, the what's the word I'm looking for? The options are limitless. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? There's loads of things that you can do with it. So please give it a go. And please let me know if you do and what you think of it. I hope you've enjoyed this wee video. If so, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to hit the little bell and press all so that you get notifications when I put videos up. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!